Republicans in the House of Representatives have now basically admitted, some of them have officially admitted, that the impeachment inquiry into President Biden is dead. Even James Comer, the Republican chair of the Oversight Committee, has said, yeah, we're probably not going to do that. We're just going to submit criminal referrals. However, even though they've admitted that impeachment is dead and they can't impeach him because they have not found any crimes, Don Bacon admitted that this past weekend. Republican from Nebraska, said our own lawyers have told us there's no evidence of crimes. But Bacon also said, but we're going to keep the investigation going. So Republicans are not going to end the impeachment push. In fact, if anything, according to a new report from Politico, they're doubling down on it. In the last month, according to this new report, Republicans in the House have filed more than 50 new inquiries into President Biden and his administration. Because the impeachment, they got nothing there. So they're like, you know what? What if we just literally investigate every single thing this guy has ever done? In fact, James Comer, again, chair of the Oversight Committee, he's in charge of all of this. Here's what he told Politico. Since January 2023, we've launched investigations into President Biden's border crisis, energy crisis, federal pandemic spending, federal agency telework policies, abuse of power at the Federal Trade Commission, the Biden's corrupt influence peddling schemes, the federal government's efforts to combat Chinese Communist Party influence, and more. We will culminate in reports with our findings and recommend solutions to prevent government waste, fraud, abuse, and mismanagement. So another thing that he also mentioned later on is that we also are looking into the origins of COVID and how the Biden administration fumbled that. Do you know who was president when COVID came out? Not Biden, but they're still going to investigate President Biden for something that happened when Trump was president. These are the dumbest people I have ever seen in my life. And I don't say that lightly. These people, James Comer, Jim Jordan, and every, down to the last effing one in Congress on the Republican side, they should be removed from office. These people are insane. Clinically insane, in my opinion. Because this is straight up nutso. They're like, we're going to investigate him for things that weren't even happening under him. Okay, you're crazy. Go sit in a padded room for a couple years with constant psychiatric evaluations happening to you to find out what has broken inside of you to make you do this. Like this, I can't even stress enough. And I'm struggling because I'm very angry and there's a lot of words I want to say that I know my YouTube manager would be super pissed at me if I said them. So I'm trying to restrain myself, but God bless it, it's hard, folks, because this just pisses me off to no end. This is a Congress that passed the fewest amount of laws in the history of Congress. And instead of working on making our lives better, they got 50 new investigations into Biden. 50. At least, actually, there's more than 50. And we're going to investigate. Hey, you went on a walk this morning. Was that legal? I don't know. Let's launch an investigation. Hey, you appointed this guy to run this agency. We're not sure you're allowed to do that. Even though you are allowed to do that, we're going to investigate. Those are all things, by the way, in this report. I can't. I don't see how any person in their right mind in this country can ever vote for a Republican knowing that this is what they give us. Well, folks, we have crossed that 1 million subscriber milestone, but rest assured, we are just getting started here at Ring of Fire. So if you're not already, please do subscribe to the channel and make sure to like, share, and comment on the videos.